Aloha, mahalo, welcome back. So we look at OKO Stick Counter number 4 in orange belt. With this one, once again, it's a circular weapon coming from our 12 o'clock. As he steps in, circular weapon. We want to go to the zone of sanctuary. So as he steps in, we're going to slightly step into the right. We're in pre-position number 1, right leg slightly forward. Get a knife hand block and strike up and into the elbow. Hook and knee strike to soften him up. I'm going to step the reverse and I'm bringing his elbow into me. We've already done this before. I'm going to point my hands up and crank it a little bit with the rotation of my shoulders. I'm going to reach in, strip the weapon, opening his hand with the gate, striking the legs, and then now striking the side of the neck. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push his elbow up and over my shoulder as the microphone falls. Push his arm up and over my shoulder. As I do so, I'm going to step with my right foot towards 130. I'm going to reach around and grab the other side of the stick, causing a strangulation. My left foot is now going to step towards what was my 12 to get behind him. From here, I can choose to just step back and to escort him out, or once again, once I am behind him, I can either, once again, down clock with my left and drop him to the ground, or I can just step the reverse with my right foot and drop him straight down on the ground. Once again, foot maneuver is kind of important here. We're trying to get to the backside of our opponent in a way in which we keep our balance and borrow balance. Once again, from the beginning, as he comes in with the stick, step and strike. Hook, step the reverse to bring him with us. I'm going to check that elbow into him, grab, reach for the stick, strike, and strike the side of the neck. I'm going to step, reach around, grab the other side of the stick for the choke. Once again, pizza slice, up clock. And in this particular case, I'm going to come back down that same clock to drop him down to the ground. With that, stay tuned for concepts and principles as we look at OKO Club Counter number 4. Aloha and mahalo as we look at OKO Stick Counter number 4. Much like Stick Counter number 3, now we've included something that we've already done before with the chicken wing. Once again, a lot of the times as we're teaching our kids basics, right, they get the chicken wing. And they start doing their blocks and their strikes with a chicken wing, wanting to bring those elbows in. In this particular case, we're going to create a chicken wing in our opponent. So from the very beginning, once we come in, chop, strike, and grab. As I step back, I'm going to create the chicken wing, giving us opportunity to control his height, his width, and his depth. From there, what we're going to do is before we get to the chicken wing, we're going to soften him up with a knee strike. So strike, we're going to push, pull, once again, row the canoe, borrowed force and borrowed balance for the knee strike, and then to pull him in for the chicken wing. I'm going to reach across using the thumb as the gate, stripping the weapon. Continuing our strikes until we get to our scissors choke. Once again, we say choke, but choke usually determines a blockage of the airwaves. Versus strangulation is cutting off of the blood to the brain. In our case, the stick is going to be across his carotid. So we're going to block the blood to the brain, which is a strangulation. So we've seen the thumb as the gate, borrowed balance and borrowed force. With negative body posture, bending our opponents over, and modifying their height, width, and depth, giving us time. We've seen the push-pull, rowing the canoe, and also a reintroduction of the chicken wing. With that, these have been the concepts and principles in OKO Stick Counter number 4. Stay tuned next week as we continue through the rest of the orange belt material. Aloha and mahalo.